Hey everyone, welcome back for episode number 2 of the Real Estate Rundown. This is your host, Ryan Smith, along with our featured guest today, Mike Knutson. Hey Mike, what are we going to talk about today?
Today we're going to cover the Lease to Own program that's available out there. It's a super cool option for some buyers or some renters, some folks that may not know about the program.
Exactly, and we've had some pretty good success in the recent months with putting the right person into this program. Like Mike said, it's not for everyone, but for the people that qualify for the program, it works out perfect for them because now they actually get into the house that they wanted to buy but couldn't buy right now.
Right.
Mike, what are some pros for the program?
Some pros that I would mention mostly would be that you get to own the home or get to live in the home that you like now. We will be out looking at homes, and if this is the house that you think is the one, you get to actually live in it for the next 1 to 5 years and test it out. It's if you like it on the surface, but then you move in and you find out the next door neighbors like to throw parties, and after the first year you're not tied to it, so it's pretty cool. So you get to own or get to lease the home to own now, and if you don't like it, you can get out. Also, the down payment portion. If you're going to buy a home, there's many programs out there for loans wise, but for this one, it's just like leasing a home. You just need your first and last month's rent is how that usually works out, and for little as whatever that is, you can move into the home.
So essentially, let's say the rent's $2,000, so for $4,000,
right,
they can get into the house.
Yep.
There are some other programs out there, and they're a little bit sketchy,
mm-hmm.
To where they require like a $10,000 down payment,
right,
plus a first and last month's deposit, and they just don't seem right or seem on the up and up, to me
right,
at least.
Right, and that's my experience of talking to other folks about this program, is that there are some bad ones out there.
Yes.
And bad experiences, and it's just not a good fit for,
yep,
or may not. Some of those other programs may not be legitimate programs. And then also too, just to reiterate that it's not for everyone. So
yeah,
if it's not for you, this program, if it's not for you, it's just not for you. It's not that it's a bad program. It's just not a good fit for you as your family,
yep,
as you as a person. So some other things wise too is they're easy to qualify for. Unlike a mortgage loan, there's lots of qualifications that need to get met. Your credit needs to be good, and your down payment needs to be there, and all. This doesn't have that. This is just as easy as qualifying for a lease. So, to get into this program, you still have to get qualified, but it's a lot less difficult to get into.
For the qualification purposes, they're going to look at your credit. It can be marginal.
Yep.
So I mean, you can have some collections on there, and that's not going to be the end of the world for them. And then they're also looking at your income, correct?
Right. So there's still some minimum qualifications. Mm-hmm. In fact, one of the minimums, just a big one, is at least $50,000 a year. So right at the bat, that's one of the major qualifications. But it's much easier to get qualified. So you still need your pay stubs, and they'll still pull your credit to check that out. There still is an application fee involved with it, but it's a lot easier than it is.
And that application fee, they're going to have to pay that regardless. In most cases, if you're just going to be leasing a home, you have to pay the application fee,
right,
or the background check, or whatever the management company wants you to pay.
Yep.
So it's really no different with this program.
No. It's basically the same thing. And then one of the other big ones too, we talked about it being a legitimate program versus some of the not so good ones out there. But one of the big ones too is the purchase price is locked in. So when you sign your contract for your lease to own. With this program, your rent is locked in for the next 5 years. So each year, you know what your rent is going to be for that house. If you do not purchase it, you can purchase it anytime during the program. But for the next 5 years, you know what the first year rent is going to be. You know what your second year rent is going to be, and third and fourth and fifth. And the same thing with the purchase price. If you decide to buy your house in that first year, within that first 12 months, you can buy it. You already know what the purchase price is, and that's set up before you even move into the home. It's part of your lease.
So it's in writing.
It's in writing.
Okay.
So if your purchase price is $200,000, it's going to be $220,000 or whatever that number is going to be. But is set for each 5 years,
Okay.
which is pretty cool in that sense.
Absolutely.
You know exactly
Yeah.
what your loan, what you're going to need to get qualified for a
Correct.
loan when you are looking to purchase the home. Because
Mhm.
you'll need to go find a lender, and we can help you out with that as well. But it gets set up ahead of time. You know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I mean, this is a good program for someone that maybe can't qualify today for a mortgage, but in a year they can. And you can still act like you're out in the market purchasing a home
Mhm.
because this program applies for almost any home on the market. And so let's say that they want to really live in this neighborhood, can't buy right now, there's a home for sale that they really like, so they say, hey, let's try to do the lease to own on this program for this house, and if it works, great, because now they're in the neighborhood they want to be in, they're in the house they want to be in, and in a year from the time they execute, then maybe they're in a position where they can qualify for that mortgage.
Yep.
and buy the house outright.
Yep. Which is really cool for that. If the neighborhood that you want to live in and the house is available there,
Yeah.
and you don't want to miss out on an opportunity, this is a perfect way to get into that neighborhood.
Absolutely.
And then the flip side of that too, again, is say you move into it and you realize it's just not for you.
Yeah.
Then you can cancel your lease, or once your 12-month term is up,
Mhm.
you can cancel your lease and move on.
Okay. Good deal.
Yep. And then actually to hit the opposite side of that too, there are some cons with it. The lease to own program is an investor type program. There's a reason why they're doing this. They're in it to make some money. So there
Yeah.
are some negatives as us, as the buyers.
Yeah.
And probably the biggest one right off the bat is the lease payments for the neighborhood. If you've been shopping that neighborhood to rent in or lease in, you know what the going rates are going to be. These ones for this program, the rent's going to be a little bit higher. That's what the investor's doing. They're in it to make some money. So
Yeah.
there's a reason for that. And then versus leasing versus buying, because this is still a lease to own until you do get qualified for that loan and purchase the house. There's no tax write-off for this either. You're leasing the house, and until you actually own it in your name, the tax is going to be written off by the investor. And
Which, if they were going to lease a home and not use this program, they wouldn't have the write-off anyway.
Right,
So,
right,
yeah.
right. Yep. So, that's just, there is some downside, like I said in the beginning. It's not for everyone. So if you have the ability to buy, that's obviously the best way to go. But
Correct.
if you don't, this is a nice middle ground between leasing, buying, the lease to own.
Mhm.
And then one other thing to mention too is this is not a lease to own option to buy type program where each month you're renting and that's applying to
A
your
portion
down
of the
payment.
lease is going towards the down payment of the
This
home.
is not that program.
Got
This is a much more easier, simple, clean,
Yes.
easy to understand.
Not convoluted.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yep. So that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
A summary
Okay.
for what the program is. It is really a great program, and some people are going to definitely benefit from it.
And we've had some clients come to us for a rental or to purchase, and they either couldn't qualify for the loan at that time, or they were just looking for rental, and we threw this at them, and now they're actually in the home, and they're going to be purchasing the home probably in a year or so.
Yep.
So if you want more information on this program, you can contact us at, we're going to do 951-972-8183. Feel free to call or text that number. Again, that's 951-972-8183, or what is the email, right?
Or shoot us an email at info@affinityOneRealty.com. That's info at affinity AFFINITY 1ONE realty.com.
Good deal.
It. Yeah.
That's it.
Thanks.
Okay. Well, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for episode number 3. Not sure what the topic will be, but we will get that out to you next week. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and happy 4th of July weekend, everyone.
Make
See
it
you
a great
next time.
day.